Welcome back to the channel, guys. Just wanted to give you a little update of what's going on here in the garage. It's been very busy so far, and it's only the beginning of January here in Florida. So far, we've been able, at the end of last year, been able to finish the Shelby and get that back to our friends. We'll show you a little bit of that here in the video. But then we've also started work on Old Blue behind me, getting ready for the new bracket season. Since we live here in Florida, we can pretty much race year round, which the opportunity's there. You can race clear through New Year's, literally on New Year's. Everything but, well, you can even race on Christmas in some places. But we have the opportunity down here. We're very fortunate to be able to run as much as we can. Summertime, it's something to regret, but anyway, that's different. But anyway, behind me is, you can see, is Old Blue. Trying to get ready for the new season, point season coming up, and also other races we plan on attending, not only Gainesville Raceway, but also South Georgia. We're going to try to get to Orlando, perhaps Bradenton. Definitely plan on going back to Bristol next year for the World Foot Brake Challenge up in Tennessee. So we're going to be busy. So we're doing the typical maintenance things: oil and filter, the engine transmission, changing the gear in the rear end, doing maintenance there, fuel filters. Going to do a compression leak down test, valve train check, amongst other things, and going to plan on working on the tune-up a little bit more. Planning some things in the upcoming future for next year for this car, but still gathering the parts to try some new things. But like I said, as it progresses, we'll try some new things and try to make things even better. The other thing on my plate is hot stuff. My dad's '56 Chevy wagon. This car's never been down the track. It's always just been a cruiser. Our goal this year, and actually here, hopefully sooner than later, is take it to Gainesville, run it, make sure it shifts okay, see where it shifts, and just overall see what it'll run. Our goal is to take this car to the Tri-Fi Nationals in Bowling Green, Kentucky this year in August, and we're going to run it in junior stock. Now, it's not going to be the quickest. We're not worried about that. I got it covered up right now. But it definitely has a look and appearance and the spirit of the class for junior stock. That's when these cars were very popular. And so it'd be a lot of fun and just be fun. Also, we have family up there to be able to opportunity to go back and visit them and just spend time with them and friends and just have some fun. But have a lot going on. I'm going to share it with you here in the next couple videos. Not only maintenance on the cars, but also updates on the cars. And not only that, the little things that we do in the off season to try to prepare as we go through the new year, including maintenance on the tow vehicle, the trailer, just things that we kind of take for granted at times. And we all get caught up with work. I'm super busy at work and taking care of family stuff and maintenance around the house and just, day-to-day activities. But there's things that I could share with you that might help you in your adventure and whatever you do. Whether it's drag racing or road racing or just taking a cruiser out and going and having fun. But anyway, we wanted to share with you what's going on and also invite you to our channel. You're here now, Simpson Competition 2877, but also subscribe, share with your friends, like and share, and comment and tell me what you would like to see. This is just a fun channel, getting out and sharing with my friends and colleagues and whatnot. And just enjoying our hobby, enjoying what we do. But I'd just like to share with you little things that we do, and also go over to our other YouTube channel at On The Spot Motorsports Media, not only on Facebook but also on YouTube, and subscribe to them also. This year it's been a wonderful opportunity to join my friend Mitchell and his podcast that we've actually, he started about 2 years ago, and I've been involved for about 6 months now, and it's really a lot of fun. It's just enjoying just two guys getting together, just talking about racing, drag racing in particular, but racing. And we've had an opportunity to interview some wonderful people, including Erica Enders this past week, and we're getting ready to interview Raul, the owner of South Georgia Motorsports Park, and we've also interviewed Jared Pennington and Tony Morris Carburetors and others, and it's just a lot of fun. So go on over and enjoy it, and tell us what you think. But anyway, until next time, guys, back to work. the ring and pinion, the ring gear, the pinion, all the extra work I had to do. Had to do a lot of work just for the pinion gear to get down to this. It will go down, and it's like that, but it took a lot of sanding to get that down. I've never had one be that resistant. So these are things you have to check before you put it in the car to save you a lot of headache. Did a lot of sanding on this so this bearing goes on. As you saw me take a punch and lightly go around it, I didn't have to strike it hard, except at the end make sure it's seated. Put a 30 shim under it because that's standard GM to start with, and go from there. And took both gears and wire wheeled them real good to take any edges off of them, check them. Always check your ratio because they can mess them up with boxing the wrong things. So just little things. Go back with it. Now I'm going to put a solid sleeve in place of the crush sleeve this time. My father actually made these back in the 70s. Never mass produced them, but he made several of them. This is not one of them. This is an aftermarket one, I think, from Raceway. So I'm going to put this in place of the crush sleeve. Crush sleeve can take upwards of 250 pounds to actually cause this to collapse. So what I'm doing instead, this one only requires 150 pounds of torque. So place this on. First of all, you measure this distance, and you get this distance close, if not a couple thousandths over. What you want to do is, when you install it and put it in the vehicle, then the front bearing's obviously going to be like this. What you're going is when you have everything assembled, you want to have just enough crush on the bearings so that they're properly loaded, but not so much that it's collapsing the bearings and everything. That's what the shim comes in. So you have to adjust the shim in this to get the right crush on the bearings. And how you can tell the right crush is with this fully assembled and a nut torque to the proper specs. I think it's 150. That a certain number of inch-pounds is required to turn this assembly in the bearings. And I have a little small torque wrench with an inch-pound scale on it. I can't remember what it is. It's like 20 to 30 inch-pounds to rotate it, not break it loose, but rotate it, and that will indicate the proper amount of load on the bearings. Because every bearing is supposed to have technically a certain load. You can do the same thing with the ring gear. You can technically how you're supposed to do it, which I haven't done it, but by the book, everything disassembled off of it except the center section bearings on it. Put the center section in the carrier, or in the rear end housing with nothing else, no gears on it, nothing, and with the caps on it assembled. It's supposed to take a torque wrench, supposed to be a certain amount of inch-pounds load to turn this assembly, and if it's too light, then there's not enough shims in the side bearings to make the bearings have tension on the bearings, proper load. And that's where you could tell when you take some of these in and out how they're so difficult sometimes to get the shims in and out, because there's so many shims to get crush in them. And sometimes it's the opposite way. It's not enough crush and you don't even know it until you do this little test and see. It could cause premature bearings to be worn on the carrier itself. But fortunately, I haven't had that happen. I've had bearings mess up and debris go through on the pinion nut come loose mysteriously, and this thing rattle in there and rock and causes bearing problems because, things like that, which has happened to everybody over time. So just try to minimize it. So anyway, that's this step. Next will be putting all the bolts in the ring gear, tighten everything down, and then it'd be time to go back to the car and put the pre-assembled pinion in it and start checking the crush sleeve, or non-crush sleeve, the solid sleeve. And that'd take a little bit of time, but we'll show you that.